Grand Rising family, it's another beautiful day. Giving thanks and praise to Creator of you can see him or her to be. For me, I'm just loving it, folks. I'm gonna put a clip here about Section 8 being cut. They're gonna cut Section 8 out. And no more money going to landlords that people on Section 8. So if they're gonna cut Section 8 out, then you'll get no more money from Section 8. And we're only 3% of the population. You know that's gonna affect a lot of people. It's gonna affect a lot of people that's on Section 8. Now, the clips here I'm gonna put here, I'm going to show you that a lot of folks are going to be homeless if it's actually coming to plan. A lot of folks are going to be homeless if they cut Section 8 out because Section 8 was designed to just get you on your feet temporarily. If it's a temporary something, not something for you only for 4 and 5 and 10 years. But anyway, folks, let these clips speak for themselves. On them, folks, subscribe, share, like the video, and be loving and kind and giving and caring and humble, respectful. No judgmental, no criticizing. Just be loving the kind, folks, because it's going to get rough down here. It's going to get like sandpaper. Real rough. Until then, folks, have a wonderful day. Grand Rising.
I got a DHS letter in the mail this morning, and I just now opened it. And somebody reported me to the state of Michigan because I'm making money on TikTok, and I drive a 2024 BMW. They have cut my food stamps from almost $4,000 a month down to $88 a month. They are telling me if I want a review that I have to sell my car. So you're telling me if you were on welfare, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, you can't drive a nice car. They are forcing me to sell my brand new BMW, or I lose almost $4,000 in food stamps. Not only that, they have taken my cash assistance totally away. They are telling me that Section 8 will no longer be paying 95% of my rent, only 10% of my rent. So I will have to pay a little over $400 a month now instead of $60 a month.
Yes.
They cannot.
It looks like the Doge got you too, boo.
Attention, if you have
Aid being cut, and it's really being cut from the federal government, and they're kicking it back to the states and allow them to deal with it. I'm sure the federal government will subsidize the states, but it's going to be the state's responsibility moving forward in the very near future. I'm 100% here for it, man. I'm 100% here for it, but I got a couple of clips to share with you guys. This compilation is fire. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get into it.
They're coming for Section 8, y'all. Doge is coming for Section 8. Elon and the Trump administration has identified $260 million of cuts that they can make, starting with the Section 8 vouchers program. What does this mean? A lot of people are going to be homeless. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because one Kevin Samuels said that winter was coming. And I remember a certain group, who a lot of that group benefited or have benefited or are benefiting from Section 8, laughed when he passed away. And it looks like winter is here. Now, what does this mean? They're saying, Doge and the Trump administration, they're going to cut $260 million from the HUD budget. And the first thing that they're going to do is cut half of the HUD workforce. Now, you know how long it takes to get into Section 8 and get your vouchers and get everything paid. You know how long renters, landlords, have been waiting on their rents. This is going to make it 10 times worse. And here's what's going to happen. The government is going to stop paying the landlords. The landlords are then going to have no choice but to evict the people staying in Section 8. And you're not going to get any coverage because this is a government, a federally funded program, so they are not going to care that these people are being evicted. We're going to have homelessness explode. Now, I wonder for all of the strong, independent ladies that are in Section 8, how does marriage and relationship and even providing for you look now with no Section 8?
Not good.
How's it look?
Look shaky.
I bet it looks a lot different, don't it?
He has a point, and rest in peace to the late, great Kevin Samuels. He has a point. You have a lot of women out there that are, in the community, that have come out there, strong, independent, don't need anybody, or they have all these, just high expectations for men. But maybe, just maybe, this is part of the plan to force people to get together and start building lives together. The government can no longer be your husband, ma'am. I'm sorry. It just can't. Now I'm all for supporting our senior citizens. I'm all for, supporting our disabled, but the able-bodied people who are just out here living their lives recklessly, making poor choice after poor choice, we, the taxpayers, should not have to subsidize your poor choices. But I got a couple more clips to share with you guys. Let's keep going.
I don't know if you guys heard the news, but Doge, led by Elon Musk, has proposed making significant cuts to the Section 8 program. Now, this will affect about 3.5 million low-income families and landlords and property owners who depend on those payments from Section 8. They are also talking about reducing the Section 8 staff by 50%, resulting in delayed payments, delays in inspection, and all things Section 8. Now, here's my personal opinion. Of course, I can sympathize and empathize for people who depend on those programs. Having family members and people within the community, I know how this news may feel scary to them. But the truth is, Section 8 was never created or intended for people to stay on for a lifetime. I do believe there should be time limits, maybe 5 years, so it gives you enough time to go back to school, find a trade, get some training where you can secure employment to get housing where you can go on the market and pay those competitive rent prices. Also, it gives an opportunity for the new people in a new group who can benefit from these programs to be ushered in. Also, with those who are disabled or senior citizens, I don't believe those Section 8 programs should be touched for them because there's no way they can go out in this market and afford that market rental prices. So if you are on Section 8, know someone on Section 8, Doge is putting you guys on notice. Get your affairs in order because this program will not look like what you've been accustomed to within the upcoming months. And that's just the truth.
In this budget, it empowers states. Listen. I'm going to read it slowly. The budget gives powers to the states by transforming the current federal dysfunctional rental assistance program into a state-based formula grant, which would allow states to design their own rental assistance programs based on their unique needs and preferences.
People better start taking Trump seriously. Like, if Show Me Better You Could Tell Me Who Was a Person, it's him. He's now talking about getting rid of housing. That is literally going to force people that have not paid that amount in whatever their rent costs, homeless. That is about to literally force people into the streets. And everybody keeps saying the same thing. Oh, he's not going to do this, or he can't get away with this, or our Constitution is so strong. Literally, he is getting away with a lot of stuff. I also said do not order from Shein, a month ago, because of what was happening with the packages. That's why you guys gave me that 1 million views, right? What's funny is people are really taking this as a joke when you cannot determine anymore what will pass or what won't pass.
People need to get their lives in order for real. They really do. We cannot continue to subsidize grown, able-bodied people. Seriously.
Attention all seniors.
I would say this. People that works for 40 or 50 years and pay taxes and getting Social Security, leave that alone. Because me, I put in 45 years in one job. 45 years in one job I put in. So I pay my dues, my full dues. People like us can leave alone. We should not even be taxed on our Social Security. We should get it straight cut because we put in our time and our health and our youth in one job to make their Social Security. So for me, that should be leave alone. Apart from that, folks, those young folks that having 4 and 5 children, no welfare. Nah, I don't fall for that. Hang on, folks.
Guys, grown, able-bodied people. Seriously. And there shouldn't be a situation where there's generation upon generation upon generation of people on housing vouchers. That shouldn't be the case either. It should be temporary. I like the idea. 2 years, maybe we help you, get some skills so you can get out there and take care of yourself. Seriously.
Hey, what do y'all think about Trump cutting back on Section 8? Basically, from his latest press conference, he wants to distribute and allocate all those funds to the state level. That way the state can devise certain programs to allocate the funds to their citizens, because each state has different things going on. And, you know, they want to reduce the wait time and all of the hassle that it takes for them to do it.
You see again, after you leave those trade programs at school, like needlework, woodwork, metalwork, electrician, carpentry at schools, when the kids leave school at 18 years old, they have a trade. But no, they got those programs out. Kids ain't got no trade to come from school. All they want to do is play basketball or football. That ain't working no more, see? So because we cut the trade out from schools and the kids don't have no trade, they can't go and get no good jobs. So the shit can't put on them. All right, folks, here we go again. So,
on a federal level and just put it on a state level. That way that everybody can get the services they need in a more efficient time. My thing is also we have to figure out a way to cut back on people needing these services and reduce this homelessness epidemic that we are experiencing by making housing more affordable for everybody across the board.
Again, on that note, sending money overseas to people that not here living and supporting people overseas in different countries. Leave the money here for folks that are working over here that need it over here. Stop sending money to, to where the money goes every year. 4 billion go to, where I can't say because it might strike me. You know where the money goes every year to different countries to help those people out. That is not our complexion. Leave it here for the homeless folks or for the veterans so they can live comfortable. All right, folks. Like I tell you, America, like I said before, America going to the dogs. It's going to the dogs. No more. It's not coming back. This ain't fair.
That way it's not a tax burden for other citizens that's having problems with their own survival. You know, it shouldn't have to be a matter of other people having to get food taken off their plate to make sure somebody else eat. Now, I get we all have hard times. Lord knows I've had my hard times and struggles. But at the end of the day, these services shouldn't be a life sentence. It should be used as a way for people to get on their feet and be able to be self-sufficient long term. So we have to get to the root of the problem, and I think that's why he's trying to allocate those services statewide to get a lot of our council people, Congress people to, make better laws so they're actually doing their job to help the citizens and their constituents, because essentially that's what they're supposed to be doing anyway.
She's absolutely right. We need to do something to incentivize, men and women to get together, make a deal. There's a lot of women out there that have decided that they are not going to settle because they could lean on the government, for that assistance. We also have a lot of people, men and women, that have decided that they would rather game the system than get out and get a job. Now, we're getting rid of a lot of people.
It can go a lot of ways because every time black folks come together and have their own town, what the white folks do, they come and burn it down or they come in and destroy everything. So it goes both ways. If black folks come together and have their own town, have their own hospitals, their own doctors, lawyers, stores, and everything like they were doing Rosewood and doing Black Wall Street. We had our own city. See, when we come together as one, they destroy. They don't want to help us out. But when we come together as one and do our own thing, they want to try and destroy it. So, folks, damn if you do, and damn if you fucking don't. Hang on, folks. Hang on. Here we go again.
That have come over in this country illegally, right? And what we do know is that when they leave, there's going to be some jobs that are going to open up. These people that are on Section 8 that ain't working, those are going to be people that need to go get out and go fill those jobs and go make a way for yourself. Go make a way for your family. That's what this is about. We got 21 million people that came over here. Some of them are on assistance.
But Section 8 will be cut come 2025 or later 2025. This is what I've seen on, I think on Facebook. I didn't even go and fact check. But I want to address the comment that I seen, and it was like, this is good because people be on Section 8 and they abuse it. And it's like, how is this good?
Okay, that we know. That we know. Okay, hang on.
Probably eating better than you and I. This lady was receiving $4,000 a month in food stamps. But you driving a daggone 2024 BMW of some sort? Come on, man. Come on. This is ridiculous.
So let me get this straight. The guy with gold toilets wants to end Section 8. So the Trump administration is now floating the idea of cutting Section 8. The program that keeps grandma from living in her car or a mother with children living in a shelter. But wait, billionaires get tax breaks the size of Texas, and that's all cool. But helping people afford a one-bedroom? Socialism. This ain't about budget, y'all. It's about punishment. Nothing says make America great again like making the poor homeless and building more golf courses at Mar-a-Lago. The cherry on
See,
top.
there's always two sides of the story.
Actually out here cheering this on.
There's always two sides of the story. She got a point. She have a point. She have a very good point here. Okay. She got a point.
Like you ain't got a voucher in your cousin's name and a P.O. box in your aunt's zip code. Be serious. Should your landlord be a politician too? Or should we start actually voting like housing matters? Because rich people ain't playing. They want everything.
No, what they want is you to get up off your butt and go do something for yourself and quit waiting.
Okay, folks, this is from a different guy perspective about the cats. So here we go. This is from a different guy perspective about the cats. That's going to happen. So here we go, folks.
Taxes. Stop it.
The Trump administration is trying to kill Section 8. Section 8 and government subsidized housing is now in the crosshairs of the Trump administration. They are looking to cut it by at least 40% to help save money. There's about 2.3 million people that get government subsidized housing through Section 8 across the country, and the Trump administration is looking to take it from a national level to a state level. So before you freak out with all this misinformation out there, it's not going away. The goal is to take it from a national, overinflated, overbloated, overfunded program to a state level program where the national government will kick in a little bit, the states will have to kick in as well, and they will actually have to have a budget. There's also a discussion about a cap on able-bodied adults only getting it for so long. This is one of those things where the headlines sound scarier than the actual sublines. However, this will affect real estate. And this is why I've been telling you all that Section 8 isn't guaranteed. Let me know what you think in the comments.
We'll stop the video there. I appreciate you guys pulling up, man. I want to hear what you got.
All right, folks, we're going to wait and see exactly what's going to go down because so far we're just getting a lot of speculations, a lot of different insights of what's going on. But for me, like I said before, you should leave all the folks that's getting Social Security, all the homeless people, all the veterans, and disabled people. Leave those folks alone. Those folks putting their time already and their energy and their youthfulness and their age to get what they're getting now. So leave the folks alone. Folks, on the thing, folks, subscribe, share, like the video, leave a comment. Stuck up on this shit. Stuck up on this shit. Stuck up on this shit. Later.